Okay, so today's question
Yeah.
is we wake up tomorrow, you and I, and we're magically transformed into teenage girls. We're going to high school. How do we become the two most popular girls in school?
Excellent question.
Thank you.
That's really good. Is there any backstory on where this inspiration came from, or it was just something that hit you?
It's just something that hit me. Yeah.
So okay. Let's start with I'm going to have some questions to start off. What grade age are we going back to?
We're entering school. We're going to be, this is tough because I want to do 1 year. Yeah, we're going to be seniors.
Oh, good. That helps. That really helps.
Yeah.
That feels really good. I feel like that really increased our odds right away. The fact that we're going to be seniors, because
I don't know, because a lot of senior boys like to date freshman girls.
Okay. I see the issue. But I'm not necessarily, you said we need to become the most popular girls in school.
Yeah, maybe dating's a bad step.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking what makes us cool is that we don't even have boyfriends, right? We don't even have time for boys.
We don't have time for them.
Yeah, we don't.
Why? Because of band practice and
no.
AP chemistry.
No, because we're of our modeling careers.
Okay.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Gotcha.
If we're the most popular girls in school, we're not going to class all that often. Let's be clear on this.
Okay, good point.
We're playing hooky as much as we can.
But if we're playing hooky, are we going to be able to make a stamp on the general population of the school, or are they just not even going to know who we are?
This is a good question. I need a little bit of a framework on what size school we're dealing with so I can really maneuver us to popular prom queens. That's the thing about, can that be the end of this?
Yes, we got to be prom queens, prom queen.
Yeah, I was going to say, there's no king that year. There's two queens and it's both us. Because we're so popular, no guy in the school gets anywhere near as popular as we get.
Wow, so I like this.
So no one votes for a guy because they're like, it's dumb. It's going to be Joe and Cornell. And so everyone's voting for us. They're writing both of our names, so it's unanimous. Joe and Cornell are prom queens, no king.
No king, right. Okay, I love that. That. That's great.
Thanks.
So, first off, I guess we gotta start with the basics. What do we look like? What kind of clothes are we looking to wear?
Well, how big of a school and what year is this, too? That's going to affect how I dress.
Oh, it's 2020.
Oh, it's 2020. Okay, great.
And
okay.
I mean, pandemic aside,
we're going to school.
Obviously.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I could be the most popular girl in my school via Zoom classes. Still, I have ways, but this is in-person school.
This is in-person school, yes, and it's current day. How big was your high school?
So we were 1,000 kids, but 6 through 12. So
that's really small.
Yeah, it was really small. So I don't know where that put us, like 500. So I guess 500 in high school, 500 or 600.
Okay. I don't know. What should we go like? What, a 2,000?
2,000 I feel like is more typical. 2,000 for a high school, right?
Yes.
Is that what you had?
No, I didn't have that many, but I don't really remember how many we had.
I know our graduating class was like around 120. So on the smaller side. So I don't really have a gauge of those bigger schools, but trust me, all of my techniques will work regardless of the size of the school.
Great. Yo, I love you already have techniques.
So we're looking at 2,000 kids, 9 through 12, right? So high school.
Yes.
And then we're in 2020.
Yes.
Okay, so 2020 makes it interesting because this is a new era of a more woke school population, I feel like, right? Anti-bullying, So we're not going to bully, if that's what you were thinking.
We can't be mean girls.
We're not going to be. No,
can't.
mean girls, it doesn't work anymore. It would work to a degree, but if we're co-prom queens, that's not cutting it anymore. People hate that.
No, we need yes.
It's a turnoff.
I feel like probably today in high school, there's a lot more nuance between the cliques. You know, it's not just like jocks and nerds. I mean, my school didn't really have that either. It had more nuance too. But I feel like, you know, with the internet, you're able to have so many different subsections where you have the anime fans, you have the knitters, you have...
Sure. I would say between the two, there's a better chance I'm a knitter than an anime fan.
Yeah, I'm going anime.
You're going anime? That's going to be a tough sell. I feel like you went pretty niche there. Like,
no, if I had to pick between the two. I mean, if you're going knitters, trying to become a prom queen as the best knitter in high school, that's going to be tough.
You're fooling yourself, because my knitting is like so popular around this. I'm knitting stuff for, you know, shelters. I'm going to shelters and knitting stuff. And again, this is a woke generation. So like, yeah, I skipped class, but did you see all those blankets I knitted for that homeless shelter? We really like Jo. She's really, really doing a great job.
Yeah. Okay. That's very sweet of you. Is that going to bring you to be the most popular kid in high school by knitting for homeless people?
No, that's just a respect thing. That's kind of like in prison when you show up and you just fight the biggest guy in the prison yard.
Yeah, right.
I'm like, look, Joe's a good person. That's what I want. That's the message I'm sending. Spend some extra time helping people, helping less fortunate. We like Joe as a person. Because I think that's key. Again, in this new 2020 world, they can't be jealous of us, which is going to be hard. I mean, given who we are. And, but they've got to look at us as like a friend. That's why they like us. You know, it's like we're someone you could grab a beer with, although we're teenagers, so it's not beer. You know, a macchiato or a frappuccino with.
Well, I'm thinking that since I have my knowledge of being an adult, will probably be able to figure out a way to buy beer better than the rest of these high schoolers, and that's an easy ticket into the popular world, is buying everyone beer.
That is easy. I don't know if it's my technique. I was thinking about it just yesterday that, you grew up in a very weed-heavy town, so this might not apply, but there was like, did you have someone that like was not popular and then realized like, oh, if they got into selling weed or like became the weed person, they knew that would be their way into like being cooler? And so like right around the middle school to high school era or like age made the full transition, and it totally worked. But you were like aware, like, oh man, this is all fake. It's all fake. Like it's just trying to do it. I mean, genuinely got into weed, genuinely sold weed, but it was like just a ploy to be cool.
Yeah. I don't think that didn't really happen at my high school. Yeah, I think weed was pretty abundant.
Yeah, that's tough. That's tough there. At Malibu High School, actually, this is crazy that you asked this today, and I wore a Malibu basketball T-shirt from when I played basketball at Malibu High School.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I really dressed for this episode. But yeah, so I'm not gonna use alcohol or drugs to win.
Well, you just said it totally works.
Well,
okay, so maybe that'll be my last ditch ever.
This guy didn't become co-prom king, you know. He just had more friends, and he became shady, and the parents didn't like him. So I don't know where parents liking us fits into this scenario, but I think parents should like us enough. Yeah,
well, that's a good point. Well, because if you are not liked by the parents, then the kids aren't really going to be able to hang out with you. But maybe that whole thing, maybe the whole desire to hang out with you and not being able to makes you more of a bad girl, makes you more popular too.
Yeah, so that's the question. So we're besties, right? That's assumed, the two of us. But is one of us the bad girl and one of us the good girl?
Maybe that's the best way to do it. Good cop, bad cop, this high school.
Yeah, I think so. And I think you've already taken the role of bad girl to heart.
Well, you're knitting, so that's very not a bad girl.
I'm knitting for the homeless, and you're using your brain to buy beer for the kids. Now, but the question is, do I approve of you buying beer for the kids?
That is a good question because we're besties still. So, I mean, wow. You have to disapprove. You have to disapprove of it.
I do.
We have to, but also you have to respect my freedom. Maybe is a way we can spin it.
That's going to be key because this is a technique I did use growing up. It's one thing to not be into that kind of stuff, as long as you don't express any disapproval over it, right? Like it's like my philosophy is you do your thing. That'll be the key. So it's like, hey, look, I'm not buying you beer. I'm not holding your feet on the keg stand or however it works. That's Cornell's thing. But you do you. If you want to do that, you're not gonna get. I'm not going to object. I'm just here to, hold your hair back when you're throwing up later if you need me.
Wow.
Judgment
I'm falling
free.
in love with you already, Joe.
See, it's working.
Beautiful.
It's working.
Yeah, it is totally working. So I think what I want to do, a tactic I want to do, is first day of school. Mm-hmm. I mean, well, we need to talk about how we look first because
okay, good point.
Yeah.
So I think that, I mean, ideally, I don't look like me, because I think that would be a little bit of a harder sell.
Yeah, we can't look like ourselves.
Not that looks matter, but if I'm gonna pick a look, I was gonna say Felicity Carey Russell because that's anytime I have the opportunity to be her, I go for it. But I don't know. No offense, Carey, and maybe her childhood experience would prove me wrong. I don't know if looking like Carey Russell is the one-way street to popularity.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know what I mean? She's got a look that I think other people, men and women, could find annoying. And like, oh, God, Like, I think
right. That's the line you have to dance. You can't be too much of a goody two-shoes that everyone's like, ugh, you're annoying. You get a 5.0, you knit blankets for the homeless, and you hold girls' hairs back as they're puking on the weekends. Like,
exactly.
Come on, relax,
no.
have some fun,
No, for sure. I think that my look would be, I want to be, and I hope this is okay to say, but I want to be just a hair overweight. Does that make sense?
Interesting. Are you talking like thick?
No, I'm not talking thick. I'm talking like, I want you to look at me and go, hey, this girl could easily, she has to work to keep herself on a healthy looking thinner side. Not thin, but you know what I mean? Because I think I hate people, men and women, I get it, that are like, that's why I'm not going to look like Felicity, even though that's my dream. Like, you look at Felicity and you're like, oh, she's genetically superior, right? She doesn't have to worry about her weight. She eats whatever she wants, or she probably doesn't even have a big appetite. So it's not even an issue of eating whatever she wants.
Right.
Her life is so whatever.
Yes, that sounds annoying.
So annoying, right?
Yeah.
So I want you. Yeah. So like, I play a sport, right? I'm probably gonna say track and field because I think that's the most. And I'm not like the star athlete, but I think I do it to stay in shape because I don't want to be too good at a sport because I think that could be annoying. Right. You
know what? Sorry, I just thought of something great that can help this help kind of quell this goody two shoes that you're inevitably, which you are. So here's what you do.
I don't want people to know I am.
Right.
So I maybe have a tattoo. Is that where you're gonna go?
No, that's too far. Tattoo's too far.
Okay, I don't know.
That's my thing. That's a bad girl thing.
Yeah, I know. I panic, but maybe. Oh, I want to hear your thing. But I just want to put it. Do we like maybe have like secret matching tattoos because we're so close, like between our toes or something that like we both know? That could be a fun thing.
That's cool. I like that. That's a great idea. That will definitely help with your image.
The parents don't know, but the kids know that I got a little bit of a tattoo.
Exactly. Then maybe some of the other kids are like, but Joe and Cornell have one, and like, no, they don't. You know, I'm like, no, we don't,
Spread
or
the
whatever.
toes. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think what you need to do is longboard. You ride a longboard really well. And you longboard all over the place.
That's cool. Yes, that's a great
Right?
idea.
It's cool. It's edgy, but it's not illegal or anything, and it's very just cool.
Yeah, it's not unsafe because I'm not going and like doing tricks down the stairs at school, which is forbidden, right? It's just a really great, easy mode of transportation for me, and I like it, and I'm good at it.
And you're good at it. People go, whoa, look at her. She looks so graceful on the longboard.
Yes. Okay. So, wait, what do you look like? I gave you a little bit of a hint into my physique.
Yeah, so I'm very image conscious if I'm going to be a bad girl. I feel like I was immediately going to say like a blonde, classic blonde.
Okay.
But I feel like in 2020, maybe that's not really the way to go. I think kind of I think maybe like being more of like a mixed race would be pretty cool. Something maybe looking a little, a different from the norm of the past of beauty standards of like the regular blonde girl.
Well, to be clear, I wasn't blonde, and it never even crossed my mind that I could even be blonde. I was a brunette when I was describing.
I know.
Okay, good. I want to make sure that was clear.
Oh, yeah. I know a brunette when I hear one. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, good. And yeah, I think that's great. I could see that for sure. I think that's.
But it might conflict with my. I don't want to be. I'm going to go straight blonde. You know what? Forget it.
Whoa,
that's
blonde. Really. I mean, that's a very edgy move. That puts your whole prom queen at risk, I think.
Well, I am a bad girl. And
okay, but so how do you dress? Then let's get to that, because maybe I'll be okay with you being a blonde girl, but I want to know how you dress.
Yeah, we're also besties, so I do have to keep that in mind that I'm friends with such a goody two shoes on a longboard.
I longboard. I'm not a goody two shoes.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah. And the secret tattoos we share.
The only thing I was thinking was that my dad let me get a belly button ring.
Yeah, you definitely have a belly button ring. I can see that.
Yeah.
And I tell you it's cute, but I don't want one.
Yes, of course. Mm-hmm. Of course. And so, I don't know. I don't want to go straight up like too bad girl image style, I guess. That would be too much.
Like Hot Topic, all black kind of stuff?
Or wearing a thong coming out of my jeans and stuff like that.
Is that a 2020 move?
I don't know. But I feel like it's an all the time
as
move
your friend,
if you're a bad girl.
I'm going to pull your pants up. I'm pulling your pants up. I think you can do better.
Yeah, no, that would make me unpopular and it would make you very popular. Probably everyone would be like, yeah, pull her pants up.
Oh, yeah, they think I'm giving you a wedgie, but I'm not. I'm just trying to help you hide your undies hanging out.
Yeah, I don't want to look like, I gotta look respectful so that I can get the side that you're getting too. Maybe some of the goody two shoes in our high school, of course, they're gonna more of them are gonna like you than like me.
I have a pitch for you. I think this will help. I think you're really active, big sister, and people don't see it from you, but you're really good with the younger kids.
Yes, I like that.
And I think because you can still maintain your image, but at the same time, like you do have a heart, and you are like giving back to some kids that aren't as fortunate, or maybe don't have like a positive role model. And when we see you with that kid, we're just like, see, and that's what I always say to people. I was like, if you just saw Cornell with her little sister, you would see what I see all the time. Yeah,
so maybe I don't know. I probably, you know what? I'm just going to look like Addison Rae. Just screw it. I'm going to look and dress like Addison Rae. She's already popular.
Okay. Yeah, that's smart. I think that was a good call. And do you play any sport? I'm on track.
Right. Maybe. You know what I'll do? I'll do archery.
Wow. So not like a school sport. It's kind of an after school thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. I gotta be honest. That's gonna hurt your image a little bit. I can't remember. I had one kid growing up who played archery. I don't even know if that's the right way to say it. I don't even know how to describe it, but was an archer. And I gotta say, didn't help him gain friends.
No, not as a boy,
friends.
but it's like a sexy, popular girl.
But isn't
who's
that
like,
what is that? Hunger Games? Does she archer?
oh yes, yeah.
So is that what you got? Are you into the Hunger Games?
I don't know.
You were maybe years ago, but you laugh at it now.
Yeah, I don't think I'm into the Hunger Games anymore.
I'm real into Harry Potter. I know that.
Of course you are.
Yeah, I'm real into
Of course you are. And so what are you wearing? Are you wearing are you dressing? We got to dress cool, first of all.
Yeah.
Because what I'm getting from you so far is sweaters and glasses. The classic girl, unpopular girl. This is bad, but that's an unpopular girl in high school who a popular boy starts to date and makes her over before the dance, and then lets her hair down, and everyone goes, "What?" You know what I mean?
Thank you for that. That's really sweet of you. But no, we know I don't have time for boys, and that's not how I'm going to dress. I want to go. I'm picturing Diane Keaton type of style, where I think I tomboy dress a little bit, but in a feminine way. If you can picture that.
I like that. Yes.
So I'm known for my style, and it's not provocative. It's kind of like a fun twist on masculine wardrobe.
It's like, kind of elegant, maybe like you'll wear like a beret sometimes with some like color matching glasses and like it'll be like full brown suit, high-waisted pants and like heels.
Yes.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
So, and not too much I don't want you to look at me and think Coachella, right? I'm not going full Coachella. Like this is a much more refined look, and maybe like kind of like baggy jeans sometimes. That's my look.
Yeah, I love that for you.
Approachable but stylish is how I would describe my look.
I love that for you. Yes.
Thank you.
Approachable, but very, very stylish, very hip.
Yes.
But in a cool way, not in an overtly sexual way.
And not trying too hard either.
Right. Which fits with your longboard attitude.
Yes, exactly. That's the thing. It's like, what are you longboarding in? I'm not longboarding in, a mini skirt. No, not for me.
Not for you.
But yeah, my kind of flare out jeans with a beret, sure. Watch that come down the street. Yes.
I'm going flowy, summery dresses.
I see that for you too. I see that for you 100%.
Yeah, definitely.
And
maybe only.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. If you're an only person, so like. And you can archery in that. Archery, whatever.
Yeah.
You can play with your bow and arrow in that. And but then because I like this, because this is how I picture you. I don't know if you have to take PE as seniors, but you're the person that won't put on the assigned gym clothes that they make you wear at the school if the school has that. You just wear your dresses, and even if they're like, hey, we're running the mile today, you're still wearing those sundresses and you're walking the mile.
I think I'm also really good at sports. I don't play any of them, but I'm actually also really good at sports. So I'll be in my sundress and I'll still beat you guys at basketball or whatever. Beat the boys at basketball. Maybe not beat them, but we'll maybe cross one up or something like that and make them fall over and everyone go, oh! And then I'll hit a three and then walk over and sit down.
Okay, I like that.
And start filing my nails.
I'd like to be good at sports too. If I can also be good at sports.
I think that's good. We're good at sports, but we're not about sports.
No, that's the thing. We're not like the star athlete at school, but we have good hand-eye coordination and are just generally athletic, which is how I was kind of describing my build. I want to be athletic build, but not super skinny or anything.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I think that works.
This is such
that's
an
great.
interesting thought experiment. I mean, why don't more people do this? Think about like an alternate universe, like what they would like to be and how they would be in a different gender and a different age. I feel like it's a way to put yourself in other people's shoes. I'm having all these thoughts about what senior year. I wasn't giving a shit what I was wearing. I wasn't thinking about these things. All of a sudden, I'm a girl, and now I'm like super conscious about my outfits. It's very interesting.
Well, it is interesting, but you also have to be the most popular kid in school. I don't think in high school you were concerned with that probably as much.
No, it was so natural. I didn't have to.
Exactly. And this is your ideal situation. You know, if you were describing your ideal male high school student that you could be in, you know, that graduated in 2002, I don't know about you personally, but I wouldn't describe me exactly.
No, I wouldn't describe me exactly either.
I would describe you exactly.
Yes, I was just going to say, I would actually describe this girl I'm describing now, who is me. That's who I would rather be, even going back to that point.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think we've got a sense of style now. That feels pretty good.
Oh, and also I wear flowery dresses, but then I wear like Converse or like Vans.
I knew it. I was picturing you. I'm picturing you in Converse. I think you had Converse. And I don't do the Converse thing. That's your thing, right? I don't even own a pair of Converse. I'm also the kind of girl who could make Crocs work in the right situation.
Yes, I like that for you a lot. That's great.
Thank you.
Yes.
So, okay, so we have our looks, and we have our hobbies: archery, track, knitting for the homeless, Big Sister program.
Yeah.
I guess there's something else. There's got to be things we need to be known for, right? Those are just things that we're...
Yes. So this is my plan for the first day of school.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I'm going to walk into school, find the nerdiest, loseriest guy I can. Actually, find the nerdiest, loseriest girl I can.
Okay.
And French her in front of the whole school.
Wait a minute. That would take a step back because this brings up a lot of questions. Are we new to this school? I wasn't know if I was clear on that.
The school.
Oh, so they don't know us. They don't know us.
They have no idea who we are. No.
Oh my God, I wasn't picturing that. I thought we were in friendly territory. Okay, and we know each other, so we're coming in as besties.
We know each other exactly.
Okay, so you go in your senior year, you find the nerdiest girl at school, you French her in front of all the kids.
Exactly.
Totally see that for you. Totally see that.
Thank you.
And I get why you're doing it. Even me, your bestie, I'm like, okay, that was a good move. I might have even known it was coming, but even if we didn't talk about it, when you do it, I'm like, this is the scene as it's happening. Right when you're doing it, I'm talking to someone else that I was just helping out because they like seemed lost or something.
Yeah.
And
then the first day at school, you're helping someone else.
Yeah, because I just can't help it. I just can't help it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, that's my best friend over there. That's Cornell. And as they're looking over is right when you go up to the nerdiest girl in school and French her, and they're like, the person I'm talking to is like mouth agape, staring, like, oh my God. And I was like, that is so Cornell. And they don't even get what that means, but I get it.
Yes. Yeah. And I think it's okay. I think it's might sound a little weird that we wouldn't be the type of girls who would be trying very hard to get popular. That's not
that's
not going to be popular.
That's unattractive.
Right. But we have 1 year to achieve this goal. So we have to do things to try and get popular. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, starting a new school senior year of high school is tough. I mean, you're right. You have to. Bold action is necessary. Frenching someone is a really healthy starting point, I feel like, for you.
It's making a big splash when you come in.
Oh, it's talked about. And the weird thing is the guys will be into it because we know how guys are, right?
Yes.
So now you've got a target on your back from all these gross high school guys that are just disgusting douchebag hormone-ridden guys. And I'm like protecting you all the time because I feel like you're like, you're not into it, but you're also like, you're not opposed to it.
Wow.
So
we also need their votes.
I got to keep you on track. I know, but what is better than being hard to get? Being the forbidden fruit. Yeah.
Exactly. And like, even the nerdy girl who I French, maybe she's not, a lesbian per se, or she's not maybe that into the Frenching, but it's given in more of in our one-on-one moment, the girl I'm Frenching, it's more of a keep your head up, an inspirational French.
Oh, great. Yeah, we didn't even think about this girl for a minute. And we should. So she thinks it's funny. She's going to become your like other friend, best friend besides me, right?
Yeah. I mean, she's probably a senior too. She's gone there 3 years now, starting her 4th. Never anyone's given her any attention at all. Then all of a sudden this hot new girl walks in and Frenches her. And she's like, oh my gosh, maybe I'm not the loser I thought I was for these past 3 years. And she is able to really blossom.
So it's like an empowering thing. It's not even about either of your sexualities. It's not about gay, straight, lesbian, questioning, like anything like that. It's more of like you know what? It's almost just an act of freedom. Just being like, look, I can French whoever I want, and she can French whoever she wants.
Exactly. Yes. Yes.
That's cool, because I think those are the things that teenagers like really gravitate to. Like this, like you're fighting for freedom there. They're like, that's something that's going to get us a bunch of votes for prom queens.
Totally. Freedom is a great message that we should be trying to push.
So what is my bold move? I need a move, I think. If you're Frenching, can I save someone's life? Would that be too much?
No, that's perfect.
Okay, great.
That's perfect.
Okay, good. So we're on the same page there. So I'm trying to think of, I would like for it to happen off campus, because I think things that happen off campus then spread more rumors on campus. Like if it's everyone's there, so I'm thinking we're at our local diner, okay? We didn't pick the location of the school, but we have a local diner. It has to have a small town vibe on some level.
Okay.
Right?
Okay. Yeah.
And there's a holdup, and somehow
Oh no.
and I de-heighten the situation. Citizens arrest.
So I was gonna say you maybe hit the guy over the head with your longboard, but you're talking about maybe you have a therapy session with this would-be robber and get him to see his wrongs.
Not as bold as taking it down with the longboard. So I think you're right. Because I think a little bit of violence, which is in an acceptable situation, will probably help me, so that they know I'm capable of it.
Exactly. Maybe you restrain the guy. Maybe you don't take the longboard to the back of his head, because that'll really mess him up. Mm-hmm. But you restrain this man in some sort, and then you're able to talk him out of what he's doing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Did you see what Joe did over the weekend? Did you hear about it?
Yeah. But I mean, even if you don't, you don't have to necessarily do that. Let's say this lunatic comes in and he's robbing the table you're at. He's pointing a gun at all these high school kids, right? And you are just, with your words, able to talk him into taking the bullets out of his gun, handing it to you, and going and calling his wife or something like that.
Sure. Getting help, because that's how I looked at it. So he comes in and I'm just like, hey man, we don't want to do any harm here. Whatever you want. And then he's getting all worked up, and it's like, dude, you don't need to do this. It just starts to look one of those. You're better than this. You don't need.
Right. Look, I get it. Life's hard.
Mm-hmm.
We all feel like we're about to break at some point.
Right. Yeah. And we're all struggling for money right now, and the world's falling apart. I get it, man. And it's like really, and then tears down.
Right.
And I'd probably get a standing ovation at the end.
Yeah.
I didn't want it.
You should also do something. Right. No, you're maybe a little embarrassed by all the attention. Mm-hmm. But you do something really nice. Like you give him here's my gold. Here's my earrings. They're gold. They're worth a lot of money. Now you can go feed your family. And he goes, oh my God, thank you. I'm such a desperate, guy.
Yeah,
this.
I'm not a bad person. I'm just in a really bad situation. And that's what I noticed right away. It's like, you're not, this isn't you. That's what I say at one point. This isn't you. I know this isn't you. You're better than this. And I know you're in a rough spot, and but we can call it truce right now, and we can go separate ways, and we won't tell anyone about this. Look, here, take this money, start over. You have a family? He's bawling his eyes out at this point.
Yeah.
family. And I was like, all right, take this money, buy your family some dinner, and tomorrow's a new day. And then,
I got a great idea. And then he's bawling and he goes, "Oh my God, thank you. And then I go, and make a big fart sound, and everyone dies laughing. It could be a twofer.
oh my God. But I give you like a, oh God, look, but it cracks me up.
And even the guy with the money can't help but just start laughing and laughing.
Yeah. Oh, that's really good. I love it. I love us together. It's a really good team.
It is a great team. It is. Yeah. So that's great. I mean, and that's going to circulate around the whole school.
There's some cell phone video, of course, too. People are TikToking it, like doing my talking the guy down as a TikTok,
Yes. And just taking that audio and like using it as inspiration for their own lives and stuff like that.
Some celebrities start doing the TikTok of me, which has kind of helped me.
You don't even have a TikTok, but you're viral on TikTok for the amazing things you've done.
That's a really good point. We hadn't even got to what our social media presence was. I think we're the kids that are so cool they don't even have it.
Yeah, I think you're right. Maybe here's mine. I have an Instagram profile.
Okay, I like this.
I follow nobody.
Uh-huh.
And I have maybe 2 posts on it.
Okay.
And they're just like beautiful pictures of me and you together.
Okay, cool. I thought you were going to just have a, like, not following anyone, and it's just like, videos of horses farting or something like very specific.
Oh, that's
niche.
pretty good too. That's pretty good too.
Yeah,
but maybe I can use my social media to kind of boost up how beautiful you are.
Oh, that's nice when it's like, but that can get annoying fast if it's like, she's so, like, we don't want the kids going, she's so in love with her. Look at Cornell, so in love with Joe. Like, get a room.
No, that's why it's only like 2 or 3 posts, but they're like really good pictures or videos of us together looking cute and doing cute, running through a field of flowers or something like that.
Cool. And then horses farting.
And then a horse farts at the end. Yeah.
I love that. I love it, especially if the tail like blows from the air.
Yes.
That's what we need. Part of the horse fart. That would be really good.
Absolutely. That's very smart.
Okay, so we're crushing it. This is week 1. Saved some lives, kissed some people, donated some stuff, volunteering. How do we maintain it? Social media presence is like in a cool, not annoying way. But how do we keep it? Do we have to heighten it? How do we get to prom? Because prom's like May. So
right. So, yeah, I mean, I was initially thinking about, I'll be buying beer, so I think I'll maintain my popularity. I was initially thinking maybe I have parents that don't care and everyone can come drink at my house, but I don't think that's a good move. That's too far.
Yeah, and I think that what I like about this is you're buying beer, but you're not the one getting wasted. You know what I mean?
Right.
You drink like a classy amount. You get a little buzzed, but you're never taking it too far.
Right. I have other stuff to do. I leave. I don't hang out at parties until 2 a.m. or something. I drop the beer off, get my money, drink, laugh with some friends, and then I'm out of there.
Nice. Yeah. We don't know where you're going, but I have a feeling you're writing poems.
Oh, writing poems.
Yeah. I think at night you're writing poems.
Ooh, I like that. Yeah. Yeah.
And then how do I maintain? How many more lives, how many more murders am I going to have to talk down?
Right. Well, what do we know about you so far? You run track. So that's good.
It keeps me busy for sure. That's a good thing.
And if you are, doing cool thing, if you are, I don't know, setting school records or you're excelling at track, which might mean you're probably not pudgy a little bit,
Yeah, so I don't want to be the star track athlete. Could I be student body president, or does that suck?
That sucks.
Okay, that sucks. Yeah.
Unless you're a student body president that actually is bringing the soda machines in and doing all the things that they would promise, maybe that would be okay. But still, kind of a hard sell.
Yeah, no, that's lame. Student body's lame. I'm friends with her, the president, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, what type of cars do we drive? That might help.
I would say we have one car between the two of us. I feel like we're those kind of friends.
Ooh, I like that. Maybe like a VW bus too.
Yes, yeah, that's what I was picturing. I was definitely picturing a car built before 1980. It was either one of those really big old, like kind of Cadillac-y type American
convertible
cars. Yes.
Yes.
Beat up, not in great shape, but we keep it going.
Like Thelma and Louise after the crash.
Yes. That's how I would describe us. Yeah, that's how I would describe us. Thelma and Louise after the crash. No, but you made me think, like, if we do have that car, which one of us is the one that, like, kind of fixes it up? We're like a little amateur mechanic.
Ooh, this could be something that helps you maintain your cool attitude. You could be fixing people's cars in the parking lot. Is that cool?
I don't know. I think it's unexpected, which I like.
I think you restoring this car, maybe it starts beat up, and the farther along in the year it goes, it gets more and more fixed up by you.
Oh, so then when we were we parade in our like beautiful restored car as we're announced as queens at the prom.
Exactly.
Cool. That's really cool. Okay, so that's a hobby for me.
Also, I think for us, this is going to be great. For us at prom, maybe we're jumping ahead a little bit here, but I've been wearing sundresses all year. Yeah. At senior prom, I'm wearing a suit.
Oh, that's so awesome. That is so awesome. And am I also wearing a suit, or am I wearing a sundress?
I figured, well, not a sundress. That's not a prom thing. It's more of a casual, flowy school thing. So I don't know. I don't know about it. Maybe you are wearing a dress because you're always wearing kind of very high.
Tomboy-ish, yeah.
Yeah, so maybe you are wearing a dress, and we do kind of a role reversal at the end, and that will just put it over the top on prom night when those votes are being cast.
Oh, that sounds really good. Count me in for that. Count me in for the car stuff. I want to say we know at some point during the year you're driving the car and you get in a little bit of an accident, and it causes a little bit of a rift between us.
Yes.
Because maybe you shouldn't have been driving when you were driving.
That's smart. I think a good way for us to become the two most popular girls in school is we should have a little bit of a rift, right? And then people will choose sides. Oh, I'm Team Joe. I'm Team Cornell. Everyone will be like more united. I always liked Joe, but Cornell always rubbed me the wrong way, or vice versa. Yeah. And so now they're all aboard on our separate teams, and then we reunite, and everyone's like, "Oh my God, it's so beautiful." They're back
on prom night.
Wow. Yes.
Yeah, I see that. I see what you're saying. That's how we both win queen together, because half the people are voting for you, half the people are voting for me. They don't know what to do because we're not speaking until we have a big breakthrough in front of everyone.
How about this? All right, so that causes the rift, me crashing the car that you've been restoring. You were almost done, right? This is going to happen. I don't know when it'll happen, actually, because maybe the rift needs time to build. But on prom night, I surprise you with the car totally restored. I've learned how to work on cars just to make up for you, because I realized I was in the wrong.
That means so much to me. That means so much to me. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and now we can work on cars together. And we'll open our own auto body shop.
Yes. This is so good. So we both got into Ivy League colleges, but we decided last minute we're not going to college because we're going to just open an auto body shop together.
And we announce it on prom night.
Yes. And hand out business cards to try to get.
Oh, man, that's great. That is great.
I love that. Okay. We're good. We're really good.
So, yeah, there's like, I feel like there's, are we going to have to like try and take down other popular, there's a lot of girl politics in high school.
Yeah, that we saw some of, but we weren't really privy to.
Right. So we're going to have to expect some.
I think it's a lot. I've always said it was a lot harder to be a teenage girl than it is to be a teenage boy.
I mean, it's a lot harder to be a girl at every single age than it is to be a boy. I think you could argue.
Yeah, but you know what I mean in terms of that
Yes.
the politics specifically, like in the
Oh, absolutely.
like and Mean Girls and Mean, because guys are dumb and they're just like, they just punch each other, right? And this is the stereotype, but like a girl would like spread a rumor about another girl, which just cuts so much deeper. I mean, we can all take a punch in the face and get over it within a week, but like rumors and stuff
Right.
can be so devastating.
So devastating, yeah. And feels so important in high school. I can't imagine.
Right.
And that's going to be hard for us because if rumors start about us, we're not very well equipped to deal with that unless we go and pummel the girl who started the rumor,
Yeah.
which might be cool.
Yeah, I think
Maybe that's a good move for me.
So, okay, to answer your question, then I think I've got it. Because what we didn't factor in is there were the two cool girls at the school before we got there. We haven't even dealt with them, right?
Yes.
But going back to my prison analogy, at some point early on, we beat the shit out of those two girls. But everyone's excited about it because they're like old school mean girls, right?
Yes.
And finally, these two cool girls come in with their cool fashion and everything, beat them up, and it's like, oh my God, thank you. We've been under their oppression for, this is 3 years going on 4. Then you guys show up, you beat them up, and now look, for me to get in a fight, that's really serious because I try to talk our way through it, right? But
Right.
you know what?
I mean, you disarmed a robber just by talking to him.
So to be clear on how we do this is I'm not looking for a fight. I'm not a fighting type. Cornell is. So you get in a fight with the one, you start pummeling one girl. Her and her friend gets on you, and that's the excuse for me to actually get involved in a fight. Because I'm doing everything I can to avoid a physical altercation.
Yes.
But if I see you getting tag team beat up by these two gals, no, not okay with me. I'm going to get in there. I'm going to try to break it up. If that doesn't work, guess what? I'm going to start throwing some punches myself.
Yes, I love that. So we pummel these two girls, and that's, I mean, because I feel like probably in high school there's no like, look, I don't care what you say about me. That's not gonna cut it.
Right.
Because initially I was thinking maybe I'd go up to the girl who started a rumor about me and I French kiss her and I go, thank you for starting this rumor.
Yeah.
I still love you. But
I don't know if you want that to be your one move. I'm surprised when the robber tried to rob our table, you didn't try to French kiss him.
I thought about it. I did think about it, but I didn't decided against it. So yeah, because I don't think I was like that kind of carefreeness. That's the reason I thought I would do it, because maybe that'd be construed as like a cool move. Be like, wow, she really doesn't care. She Frenched the woman. But I think it might just be like, what? That was weird. Why did she do that? And that's not cool.
I know, because you're embracing your sexuality more than I am, and which just makes sense. It checks out with who we are.
Yeah.
But you don't want to go too crazy with it.
Right.
It needs to be within reason.
Right, exactly.
I mean, nothing wrong if between the two of us, do you start, having sexual relationships? Maybe, but but it's not. I don't think you're looking for anything serious.
Definitely not. No,
Yeah.
I'm not looking to get bogged down by
You're
anyone.
looking to have experiences, but you're not looking for love. You're like, I'm in high school. I'm not going to find love here.
Right, exactly.
Especially with these loser guys that go to this school. That's probably something you'd say.
It's definitely what I would say. Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what? I'm really not into guys here because they're just young, dumb guys. College guys, I think, that level of maturity is what I've got my eye on, Totally. Yeah. So, but I mean, you need to give the guys something, or the people who are interested in us, we need to give them something. We can't just totally say, look, I'm not interested at all in anyone. I'm Frenching people left and right. So I know you're a kisser. When you say give something, it makes it sound like I need to
No, yeah, no, that was the wrong choice.
Okay, all right.
But I mean, there needs to be some allure. You can't totally turn them off by saying, I'm not interested at all in anyone in high school, because that's going to make you less popular.
Right. What if I have a made-up college boyfriend that everyone thinks I have, but no one's met?
That might lead to rumors.
It is in fact a rumor because that's not true. Even it's a rumor from me.
Right.
But that's not a cool thing.
I don't know if that's considered a cool thing.
What if I have a boyfriend? He's in the army and he's serving overseas.
No, not cool. Definitely not cool.
Okay.
Army boyfriend's not cool. You need to have some sort of reason that you are not.
Am I saving myself? Am I religious?
That's not cool either.
Yeah, true. As soon as I said it, I realized.
Yeah. I think you can have emotional relationships with boys, but really you're just too involved with longboarding and everything else you got going on, maybe?
Yeah, I think that's true. So maybe I even have a boyfriend and maybe we've kissed, but we are not, it's never going to get really sexual and it's never going to get really serious because I'm not serious about it either.
Right. And you guys are just more about doing activities together that you love, like longboarding or maybe surfing and stuff like that. It's just kind
Hiking.
of someone.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like
fixing cars.
Yeah. Right. Exactly. And I don't longboard. I don't do any of that stuff. That's more of your and your boyfriend's thing. Mm-hmm. And that's fine. You guys, maybe you don't even define it as a boyfriend. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so
but
that
he's a
way
good
you're
guy
still
and liked by a lot of people.
Yeah. And that way you're still cool and you're liked.
Uh-huh.
And you're desired even, because we need to be desired, as weird as that is to say.
Yeah, no, it helps. I mean, that applies to both men and women. Brad Pitt is, he's desired. That's a big part of his appeal. So, you could say the same thing about us. That's a big part of our appeal is we ooze sexuality, and people can't resist themselves.
Right. And I think a cool thing for us too, the lunch tables, that's a whole social scene.
Yeah.
And we don't want to just sit with popular kids and stuff. We should just you and I sit together and we invite anybody and everybody to sit with us.
It's never the same crew. It's always different.
It's never exactly. We do a rotation of everyone from the school gets to sit with us.
It's not like a formal thing where it's like, you this week, whatever. It's organic because we're so free flowing with our love of people.
Exactly. Maybe we just go and we choose different seats. Is that better?
Yeah, I think you're right. We don't even sit at the same spot. They don't come to us. We go to them.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe you and I are together, maybe not.
Yeah, some days we are. That's a cool thing. I want it to be like, yes, they know we're a team, but I don't want it to be like it's annoying how they're always together, right?
Exactly.
They can't split up because that will turn people. Because then they'll be like, are they just whispering stuff about us to each other, which we're not?
Exactly.
Yeah. It's like
no.
It's like I'm at one table, you're at the table. When I walk by to go grab a soda pop, I maybe give you a kiss on the top of your head, just as my buddy, and you try to French, and I'm like, no, we're not the time. And it's just like that kind of relationship. Like, it's so, I don't even, I was going to say not maternal, fraternal. Is that right?
Yeah.
Maybe. But, so that's how I see us. You're right. We don't even have to sit together.
Yeah. That's cool.
I want to say you also don't have a cell phone. Does that check out?
Ooh, I like that. You have a pager?
Which was the compromise you made with your parents who were like, I need a way of getting in touch with you.
Yes. Yeah. That's pretty cool.
All right.
That's pretty cool. And I think you're a better student than me.
Yes. I think we can agree on that. But you're still getting by fine.
Yeah, I got to get by fine if I'm getting into a Ivy League.
You're right. Maybe I get into the Ivy League and you just get into like a good school, but we still pass to go open up our auto body shop. Yeah,
right. Wow. I think it's a surefire way to become not only prom queens, but like a new feminist icons for high schoolers across the world.
Yes, which brings me to a point I want to make. Were these two guys trying to imagine what they'd be like as teenage girls? Yes. Did we do an amazing job? Absolutely. However, if we have any female listeners out there that don't like our technique or disagree or have other options, just reach out to us. We'd love to get a different perspective. We'd love to get a scolding for how we approached our high school.
Yeah, tell
life.
us why it wouldn't work, because in my mind, it's a flawless plan.
We think we nailed it. But again, we've never been girls. We've been to high school. The only thing we haven't done, we were in high school. We knew girls in high school. We both have older sisters. I think gives you a little bit of an insight as well. Mm-hmm. But yes, we'll never know what the experience is like. So that's why we tried to make it up. And I think we did a great job. But don't just get mad at us if we're wrong. We'd love a correction. We'd love for you to even come on the show and say, no, this is what you need to do. That's not how you would dress. That's not, you don't French a girl. You punch a girl. Whatever it is, let us know.
Yeah, please let us know. Yeah. But this is great. I'm excited to go to high school with you now.
I know. It's such a bummer
Joe.
now that the episode's over that I realize like this was all a fantasy. Because like we all fantasize about like having a different shot at life, right? Like a different, like if I could go back in time. But to like think like one, we didn't even know each other in high school. But like it is like this, maybe because we're getting older, it's like, man, do you imagine like going back and having another crack at being 17, even if it was a different gender? What an exciting thing just so much potential there as a 17-year-old.
Right. Totally. And we're looking at it through the lens of not having hormones pumping through our bodies and
I know that's true. That is a big help. But that's probably why it was helpful to be a girl, because not that girls don't have the hormones pumping, but they're just not as one-track mind about it as the boys are, I think, for the most part.
Well, at least us anyway.
At least us. That's another thing about us. We're not horn dogs, or horn gals, or whatever you'd call them.
Right. No, we have too many activities going on to really focus on that.
Yeah, making our moms and dads proud.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, this was a real treat. I can't believe I guessed it from the theme. This one, I will say, never even occurred to me that you would ask this question. Some of the others, like the Stuart Little one, we had talked about Stuart Little, so I could see the connection. This is really from the deep minds of Cornell Reed, and it really impresses me.
I'm glad you liked it, and I was happy when I thought about it, and I was like a little like, is there going to be enough to talk about? And then when we got closer to recording, I'm like, oh, I'm excited. This is going to be really fun.
Yeah, really good. Pressure's on. I think we do well in role-playing situations, right? Like when we had to make a musical, where we have to like figure out, we have to navigate our lives together. That's a really, that's a very fertile ground for us. And yes, the one complaint about this episode, it's kind of like the food episode. Afterwards, I was like, I need to go eat a feast, right? After we talked about it. The fact that I don't get to leave this episode and go get a crack at this, at trying to be the most popular girl with you at a high school in 2020 at 17 or 18 years old.
Yep.
Sucks. I really wish
it does suck.
We have a great plan. We're flexible. We'll adapt as we go along. But boy, wouldn't it be fun to see if we could make it happen?
It would, yes. But nope, just back to boring old regular 36-year-old men life.
Oh, God. I know. Oh, man. Well, this was great. Thank you to Cornell for coming up with such a great question. Thank you to our listeners for sending us your thoughts. If you have, I would actually forget female listeners, which I hope we get a lot of response on. And we'll have you on whatever if you want to talk about this. Very curious on what Stefan's take on this is. Now that we have it out there, I would just realize I was like, Stefan will have an interesting perspective.
Yeah, definitely. Men listening too could also point out some flaws in our theory about why we wouldn't be popular with the males. Of course, they're probably not as knowledgeable as the women still, but
that's true.
Anyone has the right to tell us what high school's like and where we got it wrong. If a high schooler is listening to this, tell us what's wrong with it, or put our plans into action. You can be a Joe or a Cornell and see what happens.
That's really, I hope, the beginning episode was, it's actually perfect. That was the perfect level of dirty for a high schooler, the beginning of the episode with the ghost stuff. I'm surprised we're not more popular in high schools.
We should be. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Well, but it's weird to try and promote yourself to high schools. That feels very illegal.
I was gonna say it feels like we're the new cigarettes. You know, we shouldn't be doing that. It's dangerous. They shouldn't have this for adults. But again, thank you for listening to the question, guys. We'll be back on Friday. I'm very excited about this week's mini-sode because hopefully we get some very heated responses from the episode. And then we'll be back next week with another episode. The Question Guys podcast at gmail.com is where you reach us, or the Question Guys podcast on Instagram. You can DM us there as well. And we'll be back next week.
We're gonna record a cool podcast because that's what Joe and I do.